what? Welcome back. It's the Eternal Baseball Podcast, and boy, do I have a story for you. Because, what would it be? About 11 hours ago, I was in that room over there on my way back from lovely Bend, Oregon, connecting through beautiful Salt Lake City on Saturday. And they said, we have overbooked the flight to Boston and are offering X amount of dollars if anyone want to give up their seat. And I'm like, I don't know. We can get you out at 11 p.m. for a 6 a.m. arrival in Boston. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, you better.
I'm getting
bucks.
Yeah, and I'm getting picked up by Mrs. Weber. So this isn't just how early do I want to get in and how bad do I want a night's sleep on an airplane. And then they bumped it $100, and I'm like, we're getting closer. And then they bumped it $200 from that, so $300 up from the original offer. And so I'm traveling with my daughter, so that's double time, right? So called lovely Mrs. Weber. She's the travel aficionado, and she said, "Could they fly you out tomorrow instead?" I'm like, "Ooh, that's a good question." So sure enough, 9:40 flight this morning, and overnight to hang out at Chateau Roto. It was a good time.
Lovely having you and your daughter. That was a good time.
A little more weather and travel mishaps. We could have done this together live.
Yes, one of these days we'll do the simulcast. Yeah,
it's going to be a good show. But anyway, enough of that personal stuff. Thanks for joining us. We did have the week off last week because I was back home visiting family in lovely Bend, Oregon. And if you don't know what a lava bear is, that's a lava bear right up there, courtesy of the alma mater. But we are back. We do have a game for tonight. It's Padres Marlins, and if you're wondering why the dial ended up on Padres versus Marlins tonight, those are the only two teams on the schedule we haven't featured yet this year from this week's schedule, and we want to make sure every team gets on at least one time. So Padres are actually back in contention, chasing the Dodgers around the top of a kind of disappointing NL West this year, and the Marlins are, I don't want to say out of it, but it's been a challenge. How's that for diplomatic? But it feels a little bit more like baseball with spring training actually happening now, right? And most of the free agents, signed.
The Boris guys are finally trickling in.
At less than they expected. So at least the first one. But that's Cody Bellinger signing today for 3 years, $80 million, with opt-outs after the first and second years of that contract. So if he has a great year, he'll skedaddle, I'm sure. But we'll see how that shakes out. But it's good to see him in camp. I hope the other three sign fast. Let me.
Yeah, the crew's all here. Welcome, Cameron, Lester, Rob, James, Got
Lester. Say hello. Good friend Rob. Oh, he came in sideways for a profile shot. That's good. James is here. Tino's here. And we're gonna have a hockey fight in the comments. So that's okay.
One of these days we'll just play. Was it NHL 95? Was that what was
right?
that?
No, 94 was
94.
The one-timers and changed the game, right?
Yes.
And took out bleeding. So you couldn't make Gretzky's head bleed anymore. Let me grab my other screen here. Here we go. And make sure
Miami LAFC. Ugh. Well, that's going to cut our numbers in half.
You know what? We got better soccer players on this podcast.
My family will no longer be.
As long as we're not going up against Caitlin Clark, I think we're going to be okay. So. And nothing more true than a goalie fight.
We should simulcast an NHL. We'll figure out how to do that. We'll do a 20-minute broadcast one of these times.
Right. I know a girl at the NHL. I'll make a call. We'll see. Well, here's the week that was, and I actually did both of these on the flight. Man, it's hard to work on a flight because you got that elbow tucked in and the laptop's bare. If the person in front of me had put their seat back, it would have never happened. Like I had this little sphere of influence, but I did some good work here. So taking a look at, obviously we're out here at week 15. Pink is good, gold is bad. So if you follow your team horizontally, you can kind of see what kind of season it's been so far. The big weeks this week go the Chicago Cubs at 5-1, the Chicago White Sox at 6-0. Guardians are making a push with back-to-back 5-1 weeks. Excuse me. The Yankees are on a real roll, and they had won. I think they won 12 or 13 in a row. But if you go back 3 weeks, they are 16-2. And that's without Mickey Mantle. So New York is the Phillies are 5-1 and strong after a couple of bad weeks, and the Rangers are 5-1. They're pretty deep in the outfield in Texas, and they finally got injured enough to call on Ruben Sierra, who's been up for like 2 weeks. He's hitting 370. If you given the fact that they're 30-59, maybe they should have rang that bell a little earlier.
We bit sooner.
Yeah, but Monday morning quarterback and all. Tough weeks for the Diamondbacks. I had such high hopes for the Diamondbacks because they got Curt Schilling. We moved him from Philadelphia in the offseason because he just wasn't pitching. He couldn't get any time out of the field. Couldn't break the rotation. Didn't get much time out of the pen. And we thought Schilling is more valuable starting in Arizona than not playing in Philadelphia. So he came over. He's like 1-8. He's awful. He's won one game. And I had hoped for more for poor Arizona. Cincinnati had a rough week out of nowhere, 1-5. I love that the Rockies haven't had a good week all season. And then last week they went 5-1 and followed it up with 0-6. So apparently winning didn't take.
That's the Rockies for you.
In the Rocky Mountains. The Marlins, who are on tonight's show, 1-5 this week. That's a tough one. And the Nationals, another, again, no great weeks all year. 5-1 last week, 0-6 this week. So probably has something to do with the competition. But now I will lift the curtain a little bit because it's been a long day. It was somewhat of a short night. So I've simmed all of tomorrow's games except for the Padres Marlins game. So normally I do that after the podcast, but it needs to be an earlier night tonight. So I got a little ahead of myself. We have played tomorrow's games. So if you're laying money on tomorrow's games, call somebody tonight because it's all in here. Looking at the division,
SEC is going to come knocking.
Look, man, if you can go to betespn.com now, like, come on. So in the East, Philadelphia is pulling away 8 games up on Montreal. In the South, I hope someone gives Atlanta a scare just because 43-47 shouldn't win the division. And Atlanta's normally quite good, but not so much this year. Houston has climbed to just 2 games back in the NL South. The NL North, which is our best division, has the Cardinals, who had a bit of a rough week, still atop, with Chicago and Pittsburgh 4 games back each. But remember, we do run 2 wild cards in each league. So if the season ended today, the Cubs and Pirates would both be wild card teams, and they would both make it in. Oh, look at this. I forgot to mention that the struggles of Curt Schilling aren't exactly crying time for everybody anyway. Yeah, Don't Tell P. Rose. Yeah. We do.
That's when we know we'll have made it. When we start getting the betting line.
Yeah, when it's a terms of baseball brought to you by DraftKings. Yeah.
When we start having some mafioso guys.
Right. Somebody looking over my neighborhood. looking over my shoulder while the games are simming. Yeah. We'll get there. And Cincinnati, man, 53-37 and 9 games back in the NL North. That's hardly fair, but the Reds gotta pick it up here. Out west, the Dodgers are up half a game, but again, San Diego hasn't played their Monday game yet. So with the win, the Padres can forge another tie atop the NL West. The real difference with San Francisco, who's normally a real power in the National League, Willie Mays missed a month with a hamstring tear, and Christy Mathewson has been just not very good. Not dreadful, but like a 4.9 ERA. And usually he's about half that. So with their ace scuffling, long term, that's been a real problem for the Giants this year. Out east, the Yankees have bypassed the Mickey Mantle injury. And this week, God, it's going to sound sacrilegious, right? But Yogi Berra has had a rough year, and Bill Dickey actually gets more of the starts than Berra does. And they're both right-handed anyway, I think. Or I got to check. I think they both hit from the same side of the plate. And so just on a lark, because we hadn't tested him, hadn't seen him yet this year, and New York's so deep at catcher, right? So I decided, let's try somebody else at backup. And the choices were Posada, Munson, or Elston Howard. Like, those are 3, 4, 5 in the hierarchy. And just to get a guy to hit against lefties and give Dickey a day off, called up Posada, and he's done very well in limited action. So, not that I ever want to put the phrase "we just sent Yogi Berra down" out there, but so far so good. Baltimore and Boston aren't bad. They're going to fight for the wild cards out east if neither of them catch the Yankees. Birmingham has salted away the South as usual. They're up 15 games on Kansas City. The Tigers have been red hot, but the White Sox are waking up. So Detroit's only up 2 games, with Cleveland also hot and only 1 game behind Chicago. That's in the North. And out in the West, the Twins and Angels are tied atop of a pretty tepid AL West, both at 45 and 45. So, oh boy, look at this. I did a bad thing.
You know, my dad actually wanted to name me Rocco. And my mom used some veto power on that one.
Right? Got to have veto power, right? Like, if you roll, how about Stephanie? And Stephanie was the girl that tormented your wife in middle school. It's just never going to fly, right? You got to be able to have that.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I vetoed anything. Let's go back to it.
Hillary vetoed a ton. My wife, yeah. I had a lot of Italian names lined up that didn't quite fly.
Well, let's see here. So that's the week that was, and the scoreboards that are. So I think we're headed to. This will be an interesting week. I got to make sure not to screw this up. If I screw this up next week, I'll just open the podcast with my head down like this, because it is leap year day week, right? And because you see our funky schedule here, right? This is my one beef with the program, and I'm hoping to get it worked out with DK Sports, who makes Action exclamation point PC baseball. That's what we use to run our game. Most guys, I guess, don't have seasons that run over New Year's, so the computer has a little bit of a hard time dealing with it. So when we hit December 31st, it rolled around to January 1st of this year. And so it's a little bit weird, but if you look down here on the February schedule, there ain't no 29 between that 28 and that 1. So we got to remember, absolutely have to make sure I do this right when we get there this week. I got to scroll forward because thank God, at least if I do the work, it'll reward me here. If I get to February 2024, there he is. So I got to make sure not to miss February 29th. But for today, we're actually simming games from the 26th. There's the scoreboard. Don't blink. But we're interested in San Diego and Miami. So we're controlling both teams. We're actually going to be the Marlins tonight. The only injury of note, Phil Nevin is out, who's actually had a pretty good year. God, he plays everywhere. He's a straight 5 defensively at catcher, first, third, left, and right. So he's like King Kelly with a glove.
And the improved King Kelly.
Right.
I love it.
He's King Kelly 2.0. So tonight it is the Padres ace, Randy Jones, who's an underrated pitcher. He was really, really good. And then over on the other side, it's AJ Burnett, who is sometimes second as far as AJs go, because they also have AJ Ramos. But not a bad pitching matchup, although Burnett hasn't been as sharp yet this season. We're the Marlins, so we're hitting against a lefty.
This bullpen's going to burn us.
The San Diego bullpen is phenomenal. The Marlin bullpen, not so much.
Hey, Stanton, here we go.
Yeah, you got a couple guys in here. Now, I just saw that Preston Wilson is hurt for a couple days. Or Preston Wilson is hurt, but I think also, Charles Johnson is out, and that's a recent happening. So I got to make sure we have 2 catchers. I think we got to activate. Here he comes. Mike Redmond. Love it. So, in the Padre bullpen, they're like, "Do you hear what happened? They activated Redmond. Yeah. Okay. He actually has better numbers against lefties than Real Muto. We'll have to figure that part out. And Marcelo Zuna is phenomenal against lefties. So if we want to get creative, we could activate him and deactivate, I don't know. Maybe just for today, Kevin Millar. No offense, Kevin Millar, but we want to win one for the old Marlin faithful. So Gary Sheffield's our big bat on the year. And luckily for us, we have a DH in the National League. So that'll work.
Oh, man, look at Hanley.
Yeah, you got some numbers here.
Yeah, we got some bats. Here we go.
Looks like Hanlon's
Arias, Mike Lowell. It was one of our bigger Facebook posts today.
That's right. That's right.
Or yesterday.
And
excuse me.
By the way, the Facebook page totally blowing up this month. Good to see.
We need a little soundboard with some
right. We do need sound effects. But yeah, if you like what we're doing and you want to help us, share some of our posts from Facebook. It really, really spreads the word and helps us out. And again, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're here already, come on now. We already got you. You're on the hook. Just give us a little click. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, so next up, Marcelo Zuna in left. Cody Ross. Ooh, he can play center. That's good.
I have no recollection of Cody Ross.
Let's see what Cody Ross looks like. Got kind of a square head, a lot of eye black. I don't know if that helps. Stanton will be our DH. Oh, we have a DH. Ooh, right.
Ooh, Ugla. Yes, that's right. Oh, well, yeah. Is he even active?
He's kind of had a rotten year, I think. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, Ugla had a bad year so far. So, but not like Jazz Chisholm is doing great.
We've got Juan Pierre off the bench. I love it.
Oh yeah, and
here we go.
Chisholm can steal too. So, yeah, you could talk me into Ugla, but Chisholm might get the sympathy spot. Oh wait, who else can play second? Oh, we got Luis Ariz. I love Luis Ariz. One of the only pure hitters left in Major League Baseball.
Can we get Lowell in there, or do we have?
Yeah, we can get Lowell at third. The question is, the numbers say Redmond over Real Muto. Real Muto might just need a day off anyway.
Sure.
So we'll get Redmond. I don't know if I'm going to hit him sixth though. Let's bury him a little bit. Wow, Brian Anderson at third base, hitting 190.
Michael,
right, we get Lowell in here. Let's go Lowell seventh. Ariz here to break up all them righties. And then it could be Cone. It's probably Derek Lee for his glove. He's a fantastic glove. So there you go. There's your Marlins.
Let's put Jeff Conine in.
You want Conine?
I do. Let's do it.
All
right.
Mr. Marlin. Okay. So, and then here we go, chasing the Friars out here. So they are facing a righty. So now Will Venable just came up last week to fill Phil Nevin's spot. So don't get too excited about this 1,800. I'm not saying he can't play. I'm just saying maybe not in the top four.
Ryan Klesko, that's a name you haven't heard in a while.
Right? I still think of him more as a Brave, but
yeah, I'm with you.
So it looks like Tatis is your leadoff, which probably makes Winfield third. Winfield can also play a pretty good center, so we'll see how that shakes out. Adrian Gonzalez second. Klesko is our DH, probably. And now let's see.
Gotta get Tony Gwynn in there.
Yeah, we got to dig it. I hate to say this about Gwynn. 212 against lefties.
Ooh, he's scuffing.
And if that doesn't break your heart, how about 248 against righties? Like, ooh. So, yeah, definitely some Gwynn, but maybe lower than expected. I don't know. Caminiti gets in at third. Loretta had 4 hits yesterday and is probably the obvious choice at second. Okay. Tony Gwynn, he'll fill that right field hole. Looks like Venable's going to get in here. Who's our catcher? I don't want to play Terry Kennedy.
You got it. It's either that or Sanchez.
Or Sanchez. Or I could activate Santiago.
Yes,
steal on us.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So Santiago, come on up. And yeah, Kennedy hasn't even been. Well, Sanchez hasn't been very good either. So that's an easy call. So we'll put Santiago in there. He'll break up these two lefties. Venable will go last. We'll see about that 1800 OPS. All right, we got us a ball game. So, hold on a second.
There you go. That's true. Huh?
I just remembered when you posted about Brian McCann this week. I was so excited when McCann signed with the Yankees because there weren't very many good catchers at all. And then I just watched him massacre line drives into the shift. Never, ever once even thought about that empty side over there. Just relentlessly scorching liners into the rover position, right? And I was just like,
you almost have to appreciate the dedication to the crowd.
Yeah, kinda, right? He led the league in stubbornness, at least. But... All right, here we go. Time for base.
Pitching for Miami, AJ Burnett. Leading off for San Diego, shortstop, number 23, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tatis.
All right, let's make this a little better looking. So the players can get bigger. Is the audio okay, or does it need more or less?
Yeah, I think it's decent.
All right, I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit.
You just minimize the comment real quick when you have a chance.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Boy, we got a lot of interaction now. That's great.
Unless they were losing, I think it made it good.
JD Drew. All right, this is a little better. Ooh, loud though. Hang on.
Oh, there's some raucous crowds in that Miami Stadium.
Right? The funny thing is, this was a playoff game here that I got a picture of. So loud. Okay. So here we go. AJ Burnett. Let's get it done. Oh, sorry. I got to give control of the Padres back to the computer.
I used to have a stand on my fantasy baseball team. And so, occasionally I'd go to MLB.com and just watch some of the highlights. He'd have the 2 home run games or whatever and watch the bombs that he hit. And there's always like 2 guys racing down the aisle in the outfield to try to get the homers. That's like, it was like July. Like, why is there anybody there?
I like he was one of those guys who just went from Mike to Giancarlo in one off season. I'm like, what happened there? It was like when Akeem Olajuwon, like 10 years in, said there's an H on the front of my name. Yeah. Like, really?
I just assumed Stan had a European girlfriend or something and just wanted to class it up a little bit or something.
Probably it. Let me show you. I got to finish the at bat here. The Padre bullpen is incredibly good, which in this game should mean nothing. So we want to put that to the test.
I don't know. So Rob was wondering about Santiago on the Marlins.
He did. He absolutely did.
Number 20.
Interesting.
He kind of had the
Gonzalez.
He wasn't as good a player, but he kind of had the Ivan Rodriguez thing, right? Where the bat went first, but he could still catch. So he had all these 1-year deals in different places. He definitely played for the Marlins.
Interesting.
Let me show you this.
Cameron was thinking it might have been an original. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if he was. Somebody else can look that up who's not simming a game right now.
I just love the fact that, that one, where he'd stick his leg out and do basically the splits.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a batter, he wasn't afraid of laying down a bunt.
So look at this, the San Diego bullpen. Kirby Yates has a .43, Brad Hand .84, Trevor Hoffman a 1.96.
Jeez.
So we want to get
we need some base runners.
We want to get to him early. Now I see Tatis Jr. over there at 84% to steal. So I'm thinking it's a real good time to pitch out and let Mike Redmond, fresh up from AAA.
Perfect.
Nail him at second.
All day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Cameron was saying 93, 94. All right. Thanks, Cameron.
All right. Fair enough. All right, Adrian Gonzalez.
Center fielder, Dave Winfield.
As much as Winfield is iconic as a Yankee, this is a really good look.
It is.
Right? Like, come
Those
on.
old caps.
And if you're wondering, yes, Winfield spent more years in New York, but he wouldn't actually make New York's starting outfield. May not even make their top 26 man roster. So Winfield starting in San Diego is better for the league than him buried in New York. So,
and frankly, we get to show that picture.
I mean, look at that, right? Come on now.
So good.
Designated.
I guess Ozuna caught that. Okay.
Yep. Hold my breath there a little bit.
I thought it maybe impaled him to the wall. Here's Ryan Klesko, and if you forgot the Burns, oh yeah,
some nice mid-90s Burns.
Look at this.
Oh man,
holy smokes,
man, you weren't joking. That's definitively a journeyman's.
Ironically, never caught Gaylord Perry. Hard to believe, but I appreciate the baseball reference help. Here's a Ryan Klesko with a runner on, walking.
Man, I did a post on Gaylord Perry last week, and I was doing a little research, and I came across that old Nike poster that he did. I'll see if I can find it and post it on our page. But he's like, I think he was like whittling inside like a wood shop or something like that. And then it had some, I'm sorry, I can't remember the phrase, but it was a takeoff of like KY Jelly's logo on the bottom there. So he's basically, I don't know if he was doctoring something, but
right,
it's classic. And the guy didn't hit the gym at all. I don't think ever.
No, I don't think so. I think he hit Walgreens more than he hit the gym. I think. Here's Ken Caminiti. With a single to center. Cody Ross is up with it. Adrian Gonzalez is slow. If we throw home, we got a 3% chance to nail Adrian Gonzalez.
With this bullpen, we better let's throw it.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
I think we can cut it, go to third, right?
Cut it to third, 35%. There's the
Let's do it. All right.
Hanley Ramirez throws it in.
Mark
safe in both
Loretta.
places. 1-0. Padres.
Hustling.
Here's Mark Loretta with a fly ball, but Stanton's either asleep or on it. Okay.
Pitching for San Diego.
Oh, sorry, where was Gaylord born?
Leading off for Miami, shortstop, number 13, Hanley Ramirez.
Well, now we're in suspense there. Help us out, Rob.
I assume he wasn't talking about Benito.
Yeah, probably not. But Hanley Ramirez.
Oh, send him. This one he had some wheels, right?
Number 23, Marcel Ozuna.
Right.
Ozuna's a terrible bunter, and do you realize we put Santiago, we called him up so we couldn't run against him? It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that was kind of a... So, sorry, where was it?
Spill the beans, Rob. Here's Marcell Ozuna, by the way.
Oh, okay, where are we at?
21.
Jeez. Oh.
You got a little bit of it, but Venable,
Puerto Rico. Interesting. Okay.
Center fielder. Cody
I didn't know Rob
Ross.
was a Boricua. Good for him.
Nice.
38% if you want to send all Hanley now.
When you have... I honestly don't remember Cody Ross at all.
It was probably all that eye black. He just hide behind it. Well, you remember him now with that sharp single to left.
Designated
two
hitter.
on, one
number
out.
10, Gary
Sheffield, who, if I remember right, once had a gold GNS carved on his teeth or something.
Yeah, he had some sort of grill thing, like a bejeweled grill insert or something.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
He looks so young and innocent right there.
Look at that bat speed.
Oh, he just hit into a double play.
Right fielder, number 19,
Now,
Tony Gwynn.
I had my choices of photos to use for Tony Gwynn, but who doesn't love baby Gwynn? I mean, come on. Oh, he's so cute. Back when he stole his last base in 1983.
He was such a good hitter.
Oh, man. There's some stat like against
Catcher,
career
number 9,
against
Benito,
Glavin,
Santiago.
Smoltz, Maddox. He hit like 341 against those guys with 2 strikes. Like, come get out! Come
That's
on!
unreal.
Man. We're gonna make him get dirty though. Dive on back.
Insanity, I like it.
Dive on back. That's better. All right, let's see here. Gwynn Sanity. That's right. Yeah, that's true. I loved watching Sheffield hit.
So much fun.
I hadn't seen him play regularly until he signed with New York. And then when he'd step in and the third base coach would take 8 steps back because he wanted no part of that, right? He just wanted at least a fighting chance to not get murdered.
I would have, that's what we needed. Remember those sports science segments they used to have? Yeah. One of those on, some of the bat speed guys would have been really cool.
And I loved his batting stance with the bat.
Yeah.
Top it down like this, like,
so
man.
cool.
And this Santiago shot, if you recognize it, that's an SI cover from his rookie year, shot from like a pop-up straight above him, which I thought was pretty awesome. All right, so here's Benito. Sitting
left
down.
fielder.
Yeah, Cameron was talking about his fielding. It was
yeah, absolutely. Oh, it could be 2.
There we go.
Oh, we only need 1, I guess. Oh, it's none. Will Benham.
Rob's good comment by Rob.
Yeah, exactly right. Here's back top of the order. This could get ugly. Oh, but Tatis sits down. Gonzalez walks.
Oh man, they're not going to make us go to the bullpen in the
Bases
second or
loaded
third.
for Dave Winfield. What me worry? Come on.
Steve, is it Cishik?
Right.
How do you pronounce that? Is that the right pronunciation?
Who is it?
Steve Cishik?
The
The reliever, the side armor?
For 27,
I think.
Cishak.
Carlo, Stanton.
Sure.
Seashells by the seashore. Here's young Stanton looking like The Rock.
Here we go.
Well, it's down at least.
What are we at? 48%?
33.
Just stretch it?
Just stretch it, yeah. With nobody out.
Yeah.
You gotta
It's
calm
too
down.
early.
Calm down.
Second baseman, number 3, Luis Ariz.
I'll fix that later because I like him a lot. Luis Ariz. Okay. Tap out.
Third baseman, Mike Lowell.
Nice.
There's a small town out
baseman,
here about an hour
Jeff
outside Boston.
Tony.
That's Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah, Kerouac, right?
It had to go nuts when they got Mike Lowell from the Marlins, right? He ended up being good and part of those title teams.
Wasn't that the Jack Kerouac's birthplace, hometown?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Take a look. Take a look. Here we go. Yeah, this is
Don't test the hamstrings, right?
Rob's a Yankee fan too, so he knows. And
That guy is a guy who he definitely needs a yoga studio at some point.
So you hear, he showed up in the best shape of his life all the time in spring training. But supposedly Stanton has dropped like 20 pounds in a good way, right? Like he's leaner and less bulky, and they think it'll help.
Well, so how many more years is he under contract with
2 or 3, I think.
Oh, okay. So
That's
this could be it. I just want to have 1 full year in Colorado. That's all I want.
Yeah. And last year, watching him run, he was so careful not to hurt himself running the bases that early in the year, I'm like, come on, dude, pick it up. And then it became pretty clear to me that he was running so careful, it must have been an edict from within the team, right?
Boom.
Don't you get hurt legging out a single, right? Don't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they told him don't. so fine. All right, here's Mr. Marlin, Jeff Conine. Man, that teal helmet was terrible.
Is that so? How do you actually say? Is it Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
No R, just Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcestershire. Yeah.
All right.
That's the brutal part of New England, man. It's spelled. There's only one difference in the letter of these two towns, but one's pronounced Worcester, and the other one is Dorchester. They're spelled the same except the first letter. They're only an hour apart, pretty much. But
I've been saying for years that either Kansas or Arkansas has got to make the shift. Like you choose.
Right? Yeah.
I think Arkansas has a nice ring to it.
I mean, one or the other, man. I'm going to give the edge to Dorchester because that's where the Duke of Dorchester came from. Legendary pro wrestler Pete Doherty. He was amazing in the 80s. All right, here's Jeff Kona. The 1880s, actually, but Caminiti in the stands. There are no fans to get in his way.
I mean, good.
Yeah, right. Looks like Venable makes a great play on a sinking liner from Jeff Conine, and we go to. Geez, we're only in the top of the third. We better pick it up. Ryan Klesko. Oh, here we go.
There's Nevada State and Nevada.
That doesn't make much sense, but I'll allow it. I like the town in Montana that changed their name to Joe. So they're literally Joe Montana. That's awesome. Here's King Caminiti.
Strike three.
Sitting down. Mark Loretta. The tapper to Hanley.
Catcher, Mike Redmond.
Not arguing with you on that one. Here's Mike Redmond.
Strike three.
Fresh off the AAA shuttle. Right?
Every single highlight. It's just three guys. There's like four total guys in the outfield that were just fighting each other for the home run ball.
Marcel Ozuna. Oh, now we're talking.
Send him.
Maybe. 38% Roto.
Yeah, shoot. Maybe.
No.
That's 2 outs. Get him in scoring position.
If you want, I'll send him.
Who's next? I can't remember. Who do we got?
I can't even look at it now.
All right, no worries.
No, not 38. He'll probably have a better chance to steal. No, he doesn't. So next was Cody Ross, but then Sheffield, if we get lucky.
It's like the COVID season here in Miami.
Yeah, there were 20 fans there, but they left before the first pitch.
got some drinks and then one club in downtown.
This is a COVID game going on, right? All right, come on, Cody Ross. You got some of it, but Will Venable, Tony Gwynn's back. Man, I was just about to say that. They have Gwynn rated as a 10 bunter. Have you seen Tony Gwynn bunt in his life?
No, but you know what? He had to have been a great bunter, though. There's no way that.
I'm sure he was, right?
Right.
But, he just got a bunt single. So, and now he's stealing on a hit and run.
Oh, man.
With Benito Santiago.
We're getting out coached.
5% chance to get Tony Gwynn at third. I say we do it.
Sure.
Go get him.
You don't run on Marcelo
First and third. Santiago.
Come on, AJ.
A little too close over there. We're going to keep him close. Yeah.
Did AJ have the soul patch? I can't remember.
He usually had something on the chin, but not with New York, right? He had to clean it off in his Yankee year. And he had that vicious knuckle curve that not many guys throw. So, yeah, here's Will Venable looking like a third grader. I'll be honest with you, but nobody out. Runners on the corners. Padres lead 1-0. Venable with a single to right and a driving win.
We saw Cameron's comment too late.
Right? Yeah, probably right there. Now we get the top of the order with nobody out. Wild pitch. Runners move up. This isn't going to get any better. 2-2 count to Tatis.
Strike 3.
Sitting down. Adrian Gonzalez. Man, he's had a much better year than Winfield. I might pitch around Gonzalez to get to Winfield. How's that sound?
Sounds like a poor decision, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, he taps it, though. If we throw home, we got a 16% chance to get the runner.
It's Michael or it's San Diego. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Just on principle.
He's safe. He knows his way around home plate. Here's Dave Winfield with a tapper to short. Nope, we got a 96% chance to turn the double play. So we're not throwing home. We'll take that. We'll take that and count our blessings.
Not too bad. Yeah, we're in striking distance.
3-0 Padres. Here's Gary Sheffield.
Come on, Sheffield.
Yeah, that might go. Or maybe not. Man. Real Venable.
We should have stuck Gonzalez out on left.
Right? Or Klesko.
Strike 3.
Stanton sits. Arise hits a 9-hopper to second. Disgusting. All right. To the top of the fifth. Ryan Klesko.
Strike 3.
Caminiti. Look at Stanton move. That's incredible.
Can of corn.
Mark Loretta popping it up. Now,
we couldn't get Aqua in that lineup, huh?
I haven't picked your brain on this, and you have some eccentric tastes now and then. What's your opinion of this art sculpture here in left center?
It's so far away from me geographically. I'm totally cool with it.
Can't be mad about it.
Yeah, whatever.
I think I'd be madder at it if it were better looking, but it's such a monstrosity that
the only thing I'm really mad about is that the Marlins tropical colors have now sort of migrated to San Diego now. They're started their alternate uniforms are going tropical colors, and that irritates me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Here's Mike Lowell.
Strike 3.
Sit down. Jeff Conine and his magic helmet.
But those sell like hotcakes. Man, there's a certain demographic in MLB fans that just loves those colors.
Gotta have it, huh?
Yeah, you go see a Padres game and a lot of neon.
A little bright. Here's Mike Redmond. Come on now, Mike.
Ball 4.
Oh, we're starting something, Rhoda.
Here we go. What are we at?
8.
It's Hanley, though. We could hit and run.
We could. Oh, he just hit Hanley. You know what? On some level, I get it. A lot of guys want to hit Hanley. Man, here's a crying shame of our life. Hanley Ramirez, 89% to steal second. Mike Redmond, 4% to steal third. Oh, boy. And here's Marcelo Zuna.
Hit one in the gap. Let's do it.
Oh, a dribble to third. They only get one. So we got runners on the corners. Oh, no, I forgot. We had 2 outs. Here's Tony Gwynn. He better not bunt on us again.
Ball 4.
No, he walks.
Jeez.
That guy. At least he's not going to steal.
Ball 4.
Oh, and we walk Santiago, too. This could be a good inning. Burnett has 21 pitches left, so we should probably at least get familiar. Let's see who's hanging out in the roster here. So, yeah, Steve Cishek, not bad.
Is it Cishek?
Something like that.
Gotcha.
AJ Ramos, not bad.
And
then it gets ugly pretty quick. We don't really want to use Rob Nen.
Rob Nen, I love it.
Or Henderson Alvarez or Mike Dunn. If you got an 8.28 ERA and your last name is Dunn, pretty accurate. And Yuri Perez has only pitched 4 innings, but they've been bad. If you're averaging 22.5 hits per 9 innings, You're not on the front of that bullpen card. So yeah, we got Cishek and Ramos. Maybe Rob Nen are our only real options out here. So let's get another inning out of Burnett if we can.
So it is curtains.
Yeah, Mike Redman's like, we're screwed.
Oh, Cameron, not a fan of the art.
If a minion threw it up, it would just be bananas, right? Banana. Okay, still 3-0, 1 out. Will Venable at first. Top of the order, here's Tatis. Popping it up. Burnett might get out of this. He's got 14 pitches left against the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Nope, he's not gonna.
Yes.
Single to right. Venable takes third. It's 4-0 Padres, and we got to get the bullpen rolling.
All right. Cishek.
All right. Feels like he should be chasing people in the paleontology or paleontological years because he's got sleeve stack written all over him.
Shishik.
You remember Land of the Lost?
Vaguely.
Show. And I remember they only had 3 lizard men to chase them at any one time. They'd have them outnumbered. Like the family of 4 would run from the 3 lizard men. I'm like, you got them outnumbered, man. Time to make a stand. Turned out they only had 3 lizard suits.
Total.
So they couldn't do anymore. And one of the lizards, the tall one, was a very young Bill Laimbeer.
No.
In Land of the Lost. Yep. Inside the sleeve stack suit. So
that's amazing.
That's why you run, right? Because come on. Even at 19, I bet he had a bit of an attitude.
Laimbeer, when you hear him interviewed, he is amazing. Yeah, if you ever seen that ESPN 30 for 30 on the Bad Boys? Oh, it's one of those where you're like, well, okay, maybe I'll give this a minute, and then boom, next thing you know, the whole thing's gone by. It's like that was amazing.
Dude, I rooted so hard against Michael Jordan. If I'd have known he was never really going to lose again, I would have enjoyed those Piston years more, right? When they were throwing him around.
But Laimbeer, his dad was like a Fortune 500 CEO.
Oh,
so Laimbeer was talking about, he's like, I was the only guy in the league who, was earning an NBA paycheck, and my dad was still making more money than I was.
Right. That's pretty slick.
All
right. Good. Last batter, probably. We'll see. Redman's like, see you later.
He's like, this is going terribly. Just if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, by the way. Oh, he gets out of the inning. We love it. All right, Cody Ross.
We only have 3 hits. Ugh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
Nope.
Bubble!
Run, Cody, run. Nope.
The 37 people in the stands.
Gasping. Oh.
Gassed at this point.
Gary Sheffield, help us out. That's down.
Karen, there goes the quality start for Burnett.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sheffield is 53%, Roto, but we're down 4-0 in the 6th.
And we got, let's give Stan a chance to hit a bomb.
All right. Or a double play.
Jeez.
Now I'm starting to understand how hard it is to be a Marlin fan, I guess.
A little taste.
Okay, Burnett, you're done. We appreciate it. Wasn't awful. Wasn't
Pitching
great.
for Miami, number 41, Steve Cishek.
Okay.
Hey, oh.
First on the computer, laughed at us for our pronunciation. A little tappy tap. Hanley's there. King Caminiti popping it up. Maybe we should have gone with an opener, Roto.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, one of these times, right?
Steve Cishek's making us look like.
So they literally could only afford 3 costumes.
Yeah.
That's
That's
phenomenal. That was the one where like they were just on a rafting trip, right? And they got like sucked into a
Yep. Landed in the savage land. Yeah, and they basically had the sleeve stacks chasing them around. And then they had, I think it was like claymation dinosaurs, right? Where they were real small on the screen and the claymation T-Rex would be coming after them. It was a bad show.
Oh, so good. I might have to check that out. It's got to be on one of those streamers, right?
Got to be good. Here's Luis Arise. Come on, man. Tapping to Loretta. Oh, dude, says the guy in the stands. Yep. Mike Lowell. Popping it up. Jeff Conine with his great Gazoo helmet. Come on. Yeah, here we go. I'm not sure if Rob's talking about Land of the Lost or Marlins baseball. Yeah, see?
I just remember as a kid being like, whoa, is rafting really that dangerous?
Right.
Like, they're actually like subterranean like tunnels you can get sucked down into.
Who knew? Tony Gwynn.
It's like surfing at Mavericks or something like that, where you just disappear or something.
Well, there were some kids that went on a Dungeons and Dragons ride once.
There you go.
It ended badly.
Did you watch that new movie?
I did, yeah.
That was pretty good. I thought it was.
I went in
with
really low expectations, and it was better than I expected.
Dude, the Hugh Grant character, very good.
Pretty slick. And they threw in just enough legit monsters for old school D&D fans like you and me to go, oh, look, Displacer Beast.
Yes. Cool. Gelatinous Cube.
Gelatinous Cube. Here's Will Venable. And if you had Gelatinous Cube on your Eternal Baseball bingo card for tonight,
hooray!
You're welcome. So here we are, bottom of the eighth. I think it's time for Mike Redmond not to bat. What do you think?
Who do we have?
Yeah, exactly. It's still Jones, so we're looking for a lefty. OPS against lefties. We got Brian Anderson or Derek Lee.
Derek Lee.
Derek Lee, come on down.
Pinch hitting for Miami, Derek Lee.
I mean, he looks serious.
Oh, Cameron's saying we might want to get someone up.
Oh, is Suchek running out? Probably is.
Oh, I think for the Padres, is he maxed?
Oh, I'm not controlling the Padres, but okay. I'd rather have them wear out so we could get something going. Let's see here. Jones got 28 pitches left.
Did the kids ever get out of there? I only watched like the first season of D&D.
I'm not sure how it ended, right? Yeah, the kids were in the movie. Oh,
didn't someone get really like short strawed on the magic? I forget what the magic items were that they were given.
So the leader was the ranger, right? With the bow.
That was cool.
Bolts.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that was real deal.
And then there was the dumb little barbarian, like kindergarten kid who had a Bam Bam club.
Oh, okay.
He could cause like earthquakes with it, and he had a pet unicorn. He was lame to start with. Sheila, the thief, had the cloak of invisibility, right? She put the hood on. Pretty handy if you're a thief, right? And then there was a girl who was an acrobat, which wasn't a class in D&D. And she had like a quarterstaff. And I don't know what it did. And she was pretty forgettable. And then
didn't they have a wizard?
There was a wizard.
Okay.
And I think he could literally like pull stuff out of his hat.
Oh, okay. Not as bad as the Wonder Twins, but
no, not as bad. But the wizard and the acrobat weren't scaring anybody. And they had a knight. I was always partial to knights and paladins, and he had a magic shield, which is kind of cool. But I don't think he had a sword.
That's right. He had no weapon.
He had a shield and no weapon, and they made him like the cowardly knight. Like, so the knight is just hiding behind the magic shield. Terrible.
Good memories.
Man. All right. Hanley Ramirez. Where are we here? 1 out, bottom of the 8th.
Presto.
Was that the guy's name? Might have been. I remember the unicorn was named Uni. So I hope they didn't pay the writers very much on that show.
There must have been a writer's strike.
Something like that, right?
Same thing with the Wonder Twins. It's like, why did you decide to be that? Like, you could, of all things you could be, it's
The
like
girl,
a mop. Like, why would you choose a mop?
I just remember the girl could turn into any animal she wanted, and her twin brother could turn into any form of water. So his most aggressive thing was like an icicle that they would throw at people, right? And I don't recall too many people getting impaled.
It's just
The Super Friends,
like a bucket of water. It's like, all right.
So whenever they had to travel, she turned into a giant eagle. That's badass. And he became water in a pail with a smiley face, so nobody would drink it, right? Don't drink my brother. And I think they had Rob will know this. Rob knows all the DC stuff. I think they had a monkey, like a pet monkey, who hung out in the uniform. And I'm like, the brother's less effective than the monkey. Come on.
Can you imagine writing for that show with that framework? It's like, oh God, here we go. We got to write 32 episodes of this. Like, come on.
This is the one where the monkey goes nuts and hangs himself with Wonder Woman's lasso. It's going to be a great show. All right.
All right, we got a little sidetracked there.
Oh, yeah. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Marcelo Zuna. Not enough, but serious. 2 down for Cody Ross.
I still have no idea who Cody Ross is.
They just picked Hanley Ramirez off first, which is awesome because it's a very Benito Santiago thing to do, right?
Very Hanley Ramirez type.
Yeah,
that's kind of a thing to resolve also.
I'll give you that. All right, we need a new catcher. That's JT. All right. And yeah, Steve doesn't have much left in the old arm, so I guess it's Ramos. No,
I'm gonna go to Baseball Ref really fast and just look up Cody Ross.
Yeah, Cody Ross, dude. He had a decent career. Meanwhile, here's the top of the order. Fernando Tatis Jr. I wonder if Tatis,
okay. Yeah, I recognize the face now. Okay.
Do you think Tatis and Caminiti hung out before the game? Just like, what's up? How you doing?
Allegedly.
Yeah. I didn't say anything. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. Tap it at first, and Conine drops it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ross was. That's right. He was on San Francisco and then Boston too. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot he was with Boston. All right, looks like it's time for the AJ Ramos show. Can't wait.
Pitching for Miami, number 44.
He's excited to be here.
AJ
Right?
Ramos.
Okay, 2010. Okay, let me look that one up. So that was.
Here's 0 for 4 Dave Winfield, who's mad that I brought it up, but he's still 0 for 5. Ryan Klesko 0 for 3 with a tapper. Conine's in on it, and he'll make the play. Just like that. Oh, no, sorry. Second, third. We got one more out. Caminiti, Loretta behind him. Look, I did something right for once. Caminiti taps out. And we go to the bottom of the ninth of this barn burner.
Here we go. Cody Ross.
4-0 Padres. The aforementioned
The
Cody
infamous
Ross.
Cody Ross. I do remember him now. For some reason, the name just didn't register.
He's Hunter Pence's twin, I think. Look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
That Will Venable.
Why did we
Been
start
killing
Will
us all
Venable?
day.
Why do we start Will Venable?
Yeah, I don't remember him, but whatever. Here's Gary Sheffield.
We got to get on the board.
Just one, right?
Send him.
Sheffield with a single. 27% roto. But
Oh, here we go.
Stand, right? All right.
One swing, we're back in this.
But it's not that
nothing.
swing.
That wasn't the swing. Dang it.
Oh, he just did it again. Giancarlo.
The final score from Marlins Ballpark, San Diego 4, Miami 0. Randy Jones is the winner, He is now
Yeah.
10-8 on the season. AJ.
Wow, he had double
Brent is the
stuff
loser.
tonight.
He is now 1
No
and 2.
wonder.
Time of the game, 2 hours, 58 minutes.
We would have got him too, I'm telling you.
Dude, he's 6 hit us.
How do we lose a game with 3 scoreless bullpen innings? Right? Like, that never happens. Oh well, the Padres are on a roll, so they tie the Dodgers up atop that National League West. Miami's struggles continue, but yeah, like Brent mentioned over here in the box score for the pitchers, STF is for stuff, and it means how crisp their actual pitches were today. And it could be nothing, it could be a plus, could be a double plus, could be a minus, could be a double minus. Double plus means old Randy Jones was on top of his game today, and we didn't know that coming in. So otherwise, we would have been the Padres. But like we always call it, it's the best 60 minutes of baseball you'll see all week, even with spring training back, because it's still spring training, travel squads and guys wearing number 85. So this is where you want to be, especially on Sunday nights. The Eternal Baseball Podcast. We come to you almost every week, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, bringing you either the best matchup of the week or teams you haven't seen yet this year. Guess which one this week was. But if you like what we're doing on Eternal Baseball, we call it the best baseball ever. Everything we do, you can get on our homepage. That's eternalbaseball.com. Everything we do is totally free because that's everybody's favorite price. You can find the box scores for every game posted there on our team-specific message boards. We also have a good presence on Twitter or X, if you prefer, Instagram and Facebook, which is going crazy right now. So give us a look, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe on YouTube. All of it helps. We do really have some momentum going right now, so help us keep it going. As we head here, where are we at here? We're 90 games in. So, yeah, we still got quite a bit of season left before we get to the playoffs. Remember, 2 wild cards in each league. So the playoffs should be a good time. And I guess that's about it.
That was a pretty quick game.
Yeah, you know what? We got done on time at least.
It was
right?
a good one, but it was a quick one. It's like
We
playing
also-
golf, right? If you don't play well, at least play fast.
That's it. And we also got through Land of the Lost and the animated Dungeons and Dragons series. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So you never know. We know where we start. We just never know where we might end up. But it's always a good time. Hold on a sec here. Cameron Fletcher says Winfield left 10 on. He did. Winfield was 0 for 5, left 10 men on base.
Wow.
That's hard to do. That is hard to do. Good for you, Dave. That's the whole Mr. What they call Steinberg called him Mr. May. Great nickname. Anyway, we appreciate you joining us here, especially the fans who joined us live over here and kept it saucy in the comments section.
No, I always enjoy it. Thanks, guys.
We will see you guys all next week. Come on back. We'll bring you another thrilling edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast.